All right, guys, Shelby Jones with JonesN for CrossFit. So today what we're going to be going over is the strict press, okay? There's plenty of variations for this. The one we're going to be going over is just right out of the front rack, keeping it nice and tight, pressing straight overhead, no bounce, no drive with the legs or the hips, staying nice and tight, okay? So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, so normally whenever we would be taking the weight off the rack, we always want to be facing it. So when we're putting it up, we can see where we're going with it. For the purposes of the video, we're going to be taking it off the opposite direction. Okay, so whenever you're approaching the bar for the strict press, taking it out of the rack, again, making sure you have an even grip, okay? That's very important as this exercise can take a lot of balance. If you're off a little bit, that could play a big role if you make that lift or not. Okay, so you can see she has a nice high front rack. Those elbows are up high. The bar's resting across her shoulders, not down on her chest, okay? It's gonna shorten the distance that she has to extend her arms and her shoulders. Lock down, same bracing sequence almost as the squat and the deadlift. Okay, making sure that rib cage is tucked down, the butt's tight, the legs are locked out, feet are flat on the ground, okay? The first movement, when we're going through it, obviously the most efficient way is to have that bar path go straight up and down. There's something in the way, right? So she's got to pull her head back out of the way of the bar and then try to press that bar straight up, okay? The overhead position, again, squeezing those shoulder blades together, pushing those armpits forward, fully locked out, making sure we're not overextending, pulling that belly down and squeezing that butt, okay? And then coming right back down. And that's the strict press. Okay, guys, so here we're looking at it at a different angle. Try to show you the position of the head, where it should be and where it shouldn't be. Okay, so go ahead and press. You know, she's going to pull the head back. When she's pressing overhead, the head comes back through. Okay, she'd actually pull her head back just a little bit more. Pull your head back. There you go. And then pull the bar back down. Go ahead and go through the movement. There you go. So the tendency, whenever you have the bar overhead, it's what a lot of people do. It's actually a term people use for it. It's called CrossFit head. Okay, so when you ever have the bar overhead, go ahead and stick your head way far out there. That's obviously an exaggeration, but if you catch yourself doing that, just pull your head back. It strains a lot in the neck. You don't want to do any damage back there. So just be conscious, be aware of where your head's at whenever you're pressing overhead. So whenever we're doing the strict press, you really want to avoid any kind of hip, knee drive or coming up onto the toes. That's going to make that movement easier for your shoulders and your arms. So what we're trying to do here is actually build strength in the shoulders and in the arms. You don't want to cheat yourself by throwing your legs into that movement. So go ahead and go through it. There's a little bit of knee drive, hip drive, so a dip and then a drive, and then just show the one with the going up on the tippy toes. There you go. So you want to avoid those movements. You want to keep your legs locked out at all times and your feet flat on the ground. That was the strict press. Remember, no hip drive, no knee drive. Try to keep those feet flat on the ground. Stay nice and tight in the core. Keep those elbows up high in that front rack. Be sure to move your head out of the way. Okay, you versus bar, bar wins. All right, move that head out of the way. Full extension overhead. Pull those shoulder blades back together. Keep that rib cage tacked down. Keep your butt tight. Right back down. All right. Stay tuned. Again, thanks for watching. Check us out on JonesNforCrossFit.com. And as always, please make every rep count.